the album. So we're recording. Like I said, my voice is still not fully recovered from the insane case of strep throat that I had last week. But it's well enough for me to speak and for me to make this video. I feel like I don't want to wait anymore to listen to this Quadeca album. I feel like people are talking about it way too much for me to just keep putting it off. Like the white hair? Thank you so much. I like it too. It's slightly purple right now because the conditioner that I have to use to keep it whiter instead of yellower has a faint violet hue to it. So for the first day after I wash it, it's a little violet, and then it fades into that silver color that I really like. But thank you. Yeah, this album is a little overhyped in my opinion right now. Like the expectations people have set for me are pretty up there, and that's worrisome to me. I don't want to feel underwhelmed by it because of how well people have, how much people have talked up this album. But I've heard a couple of songs by Quadeca, not necessarily off this album. I think I heard the Danny Brown track, and it was just really good. So maybe it is just as good as people have been saying. I'm excited for it. Let's jump into it. Sucks that Dustin ruined the Danny Brown feature, but hey, not everyone can be as smart as me. Speaking of features, I saw Metro Boomin was tweeting yesterday that for his second album, he's not going to be able to do hidden features, but he said that the best way to listen to it is just to hit play and then not look at the track list. So he can't hide the features on the track list, but don't look at them. So yeah, I'm really excited for that album too. Metro Boomin's album should be pretty good. You'll only be underwhelmed if your taste sucks. Well, then I will personally love the shit out of this album, because as we all know, my taste is super elevated and objective and upper class. Metro, is that supposed to be like the Young Thug screaming Metro with like his high pitched voice? Even if I tried to imitate that, I couldn't right now. This is about as loud as I can speak, so. I only listen to Birdsong. Classism, huh? Disappointed in you? Oh man, speaking of classism and, you know, snooty people, I was watching Joshua Weissman the other day. He was remaking he was doing his But Better series on YouTube, and he made a Happy Meal, but better, like homemade and shit like that, and he let 2 kids be the judge, and he literally hands this blindfolded kid sliced apples, and this kid, I don't know how old he is, probably like 8, knows the concept of the show. Joshua's, you know, remaking these Happy Meals at home. Joshua hands him a sliced apple, and the kid looks at him like in his direction because he's blindfolded, and he's like, "Are these apples homemade and classical?" And the edit that they do on Joshua's face as he looks into the camera when the kid says that is hilarious. So yeah, definitely watch that Happy Meal video. That's really funny. Doug's taste almost gone because he has corona. I still have not caught corona. I caught a really bad case of the flu but tested negative last year in December, and this year in November I caught strep throat, but no corona. The kid has potential. The kid is a genius. All right. Wasted way too much time. We're 4 minutes into this video already and I still haven't. Quadeca, I didn't mean to haunt you. Track 1, Sorry for Dying. Let's get it. I'll stay away from the children subject matter. Forgot to mention, I also have heard Tell Me a Joke. Dustin spoiled that one too. So everybody who's watching this, Dustin ruined Tell Me a Joke and the Danny Brown track. So everyone type in L Dustin. As a producer, you will not be disappointed by this album. Let's not go so far as to call me your producer though. Get over yourselves. It's one thing for me to say I'm a producer. It's another thing for an actual producer to say I'm a producer. Let's not go that far. You're not a pro? You've only been doing this for like 15,000 years. Doug thinks he's Kanye? No. It's just dedication, man. Yeah, this is fantastic. The vocal processing really adds to it. I mean, that's just as much a part of the production as the drums. Hidden Frank Ocean feature. I wouldn't doubt it, Dustin. And he probably loved all 15 of those hours every day. Yeah, that's really cool with the delays. Turning up my headphones, so if I start screaming all of a sudden, it's because I can't hear myself, how loud I'm actually speaking. I cannot actually speak any louder than this. Concept of the album is that he's a ghost. Oh, that makes the title and Sorry for Dying and I Didn't Mean to Haunt You make much more sense, so thank you. Scream, I would have to end the stream right here if I did that. Or do the rest of the reaction using the text-to-speech bot. Yeah. The chords themselves are great, but the sound design on these keys is... I'm a Twitch screamer. Keep the fact that he's dead in the front of your mind. Okay. Well, Spotify doesn't have the lyrics for the songs, unfortunately. Not that I know of. Which sucks. I could pull them up on Genius. Whereas the 808s, they were hitting a couple bars back. It's a gorgeous outro. Yeah, Sorry for Dying is a great song. It's a great introduction. Like I said, the processing that they do in his vocals is just as much a part of the production as the keys, the drums, the 808s. You know, he is finding a way to get his lyrics and his message across, but in a way that his voice really blends in with the atmosphere he's trying to create sonically. So it's like just very, very well done. Did he mix himself? Did he do all the processing himself, or like is that professionally done and he just did the production and the writing? Because if he did everything on his own, that would be self-produced, self-mixed. Okay, yeah, so he's just different. Great. Keep that in mind as we listen to track 2, Tell Me a Joke. Like I said, I've heard this one before though, so. But this is still a really good song. We're not skipping this by any means. He's just different. Singing is kind of lacking. Well, I feel like he's doing just enough. I don't think he's trying to show off his singing skills, though. What's the deal with airline food?
Who's there? Tell me the truth. A familiar shadow that everyone knew. Beast through the walls. You saw right through.
Spotify does have the lyrics for this one. I could have sworn it was knock knock who's there, tell me a joke. Guess I'm wrong.
Had so many things left to do. And it's funny you said it's too soon.
Oh, it's the second verse? Oh, so I'm only half wrong. Bone dry skeleton, humorous. Humorous? I see what you did there. Love the bass. It's so warm. So lush. Great 6/8 swing. Drum sounds are great. Crazy. His whole life led up to a miserable punchline. Nobody's laughing, but it's funny what a joke he is. Ouch. Ouch. That is very poignant and heartbreaking. Yeah, is a good way to put it. That's crazy. He's very poetic, right? You wouldn't expect this from a 22-year-old, kid, really. I mean, at 22, we're all still kids who, came up impersonating rappers on YouTube. That's crazy. I love the way the bass comes in when he says crickets. What's up, Mio? Mio's back. I haven't seen Mixo though. Not yesterday or today. Must be working. It's good to see you, man. Hanging in there. How about you? How you been? I've been gone for like 2 weeks. Any major life changes in the last 2 weeks? Drums coming back about to smack hard. Yeah, I remember this from the first time I heard it. Done with the exams. How were they? Distortion is... So keeping that whole ghost, I'm dead and I'm haunting you theme in mind. The ending there, when the drums come back in and everything just gets increasingly distorted and kind of fuzzy. Fuzzy being the key word. The image that I get in my head is of like poltergeist, where like the television screen, the staticky, fuzzy image, and it's like he's increasingly fading into the other side almost, since he's died. It's almost like he's trying his damnedest to get these messages across to us, but he can't help, since he's dead, fading into fading into that veil, and so it's like getting increasingly fuzzy, like this veil is closing, the curtain's closing between us who are alive and him who is dead. So that's really, really cool. That's the image that I got, is particularly because the word fuzzy came to mind because of that texture with that mix on the ending. It reminded me of that poltergeist, static. So that's really, really cool. And doesn't the track fade out too? No, it just kind of cuts out. Okay. Because if it faded out, that really would have made that effect, even better. Exams were pretty good, just exhausting, concentrating for so long. Yeah, I can imagine. But I'm glad that, they went well. When do you get the results? I haven't heard the new Quadeca. Would you recommend? Based on these first two tracks, yes, I would. It ends with knocking. There are hella good transitions on this album. Quit pausing. Sorry, sometimes people ask me to give my thoughts after every song, and sometimes people want me to let the songs just play through. So I now that I know you want me to let it play, I'll let it play. Track 3, Don't Mind Me. I want to hear the transitions too.
Don't mind me, somewhere in between. Closed eyes in a dream. Closed eyes in a dream.
I feel you, Mio. You're right. Don't stress over it. At this point, it's out of your hands. This actually sounds familiar. Dustin, did you show me this? Did you show me this song, Dustin? I don't think I have heard this one.
Open up boxes, looking for closure. Point to the sky, if only you know I'm so much closer.
I definitely have heard this one. Dustin ruined this song too.
I can't be the head of my business, I can't be the dust on the sofa.
It was 2 weeks ago though, so I don't remember much of it.
Some letters and few pictures. You made a collage, a souvenir version of me. Curated perfect and neat. River the memories, twisting the words that I speak. We both do the dirt and the weeds.
Look at those hi-hats. That triplet pattern is so cool. Wow.
I'm somewhere in between. Closed eyes in a dream. Closed eyes in a dream.
Yeah, holy shit. Wow. Listen to these pianos, man. This guy's really brilliant. Just so damn impressive. Yeah, great vocal layers here. Those pads are really warm. I love the panning on his vocals. Very sweet falsetto performance here. This almost feels like everything Jaden wishes he was. And I liked Cool Tapes Volume 3 by Jaden, but this is like, it feels like what he's going for, what he hasn't reached yet. Closing on It Is Well there is crazy. Is that supposed to be like a funeral? Do people sing It Is Well at funerals? I think that might be a thing they do. I like that he closed on that though. Still fits with the dying theme. Picking up hands. I don't know, Dustin. You didn't make Cabin Fever, you know? This is great, yeah. I feel like if Dustin's dad slapped a black icon though, that's racist.
Same carpet I crawled in, same bucket I was washed in. I gave all the time to it, I was trying to figure out the faucets. Tall marks on the wall charts, it's the wrong parts getting longer. I was standing so far away, I don't wanna go now.
Dustin Flaherty's just... Don't take it to heart.
I need you, I need you just now.
She's just messing with you. She knows the logic behind it.
Tried to call, but the dog runs away from me now. I was staring at the ceiling, I was fucking terrified. I was trying to get these feelings out of sight, paralyzed. Same old tree, seen it all, peeking through the blinds. I can do it how I used to climb. Gravity been getting used to mine. Same bucket I was washed in. I gave all the time to it. I was trying to figure out the faucets. Tall marks on the wall charts, it's the wrong parts getting longer. I was standing so far away, I don't wanna go now. Same basket you carry me, I need you there with me. I need you just down the hall.
Crazy, yeah. The swing on this is great. The way that the drums come in a little early.
It's the room, it's the wall, it's the poster and all, and the laughter singing it's the shadowy way, the footsteps I take, made a mark through the dust.
Look at those violins. That's a gorgeous track, dude. Very pretty.
Universal Consolation Prize. Thanks for playing. This is what the game was, you know? Unspoken agreements that make perfect sense until you say them out loud.
Okay, these guitars already sound brilliant. I've got the lyrics up.
Now I'm here. I've been in so many tears, I try my best not to count it. I've been in so many hearts, I've been in so many prayers, I've been in so many couches.
Wow.
I've been in so many lives, I live so many lives, I live in so many houses. I've been subject to change, I keep circling days, I keep thinking about it. I've been trying to unsee how you moved on from me, cause it feels like without me. I've been riffing the Florida, umbilical cord is still sort of around me. I think you're goddamn right. I wasn't born yesterday. I think you're goddamn right. I wasn't born yesterday. I wasn't born anyway. I'm crawling away. I think you're
I love that I think you're goddamn lying motif. It sounds so good. This very emphatic moment right here is awesome. Yeah, very, very nice.
Those little things I should have said out loud. All those little things that weigh heavy on the clouds. I had just a hint of doubt. I wish I let that hint become me. Just a little doubt. Couldn't figure out how to outrun me. I'll be free if I just save the day. Yeah, with you right now. And that day flash should stay delayed. 'Cause the only thing I want is out.
Flaherty is such a hater, dude. Flaherty's such a damn hater. This part is so heart-wrenching. Just not trying to cry. The concept to this is just so gut-wrenching, man. Holy shit, I didn't even realize this song is 6 minutes long. That flew by. That's a perfect song. That song is a 10. That song is a 10. That's crazy. The memories we lost in translation. We know it's not fan fiction, Dustin. Flaherty's just hating. Needed more scattered hi-hats. It's a cool little interlude too. Track 7, House Settling with the Denny Brown feature.
First things first, can we get shit straight? I've been alone since you left me in your wake. I've been alone to reflect on my mistakes. I've been alone since when you offered me your forgiveness. I was begging not to breathe and tried to yell at you from a distance.
Yeah, that's a good one, Dustin.
Could you tell when you let me see it?
That's how you know he's really, really talented as a writer. Not just talented as a writer for creating the concept to the project as a whole, but also for executing it in those minimal details, in the individual lines, in the songs. You know, just the flawless execution of that concept that he came up with. Just like doubling down on his talent as a writer. And that's not even going into how well produced and mixed these songs are. You know, and again, executing on the concept in the processing and in the mix to make it feel like he's dead, like he's talking to us from beyond that veil, you know what I mean? So it's like, there's always a hint of truth. The truth here is that he actually is a ghost. That's why this is so good. Crazy, yeah. Ashes all to myself, insane. I'm sad right now. If the album makes you feel anything, that's a W. The way Denny Brown comes into this track is just so crazy. He really makes it his own. Anybody could have seen it coming because it's on the track list. He's listed as the feature. Wow. That's a crazy theory. Nixo, there you are, man. What's up? It's good to see you again, dude. That is such an insane story. So it's like, you're telling me Quadeca killed his mom so they could be together in the afterlife? By poisoning her? He tries to kill her? What a loving son. What a loving, loving son, man. What are you doing, stepson? You know, just leaving the stove on so I can poison you with carbon monoxide and kill you so that we can be together forever in the afterlife. Track 8 is nuts. Yeah, someone turning on the stove is just the house settling. Crazy. Oh yeah. I really fuck with this energy right here. Mm. This is crazy. He hung himself. Yeah, I saw that, the tie the knot. I saw the tie the knot bar, but also, no. Ask what the news is. I became a nuisance when we tied that knot. He got married and walked down the aisle holding back a smile. How many years? Like lassoing ocean waves when I try to hold back my tears. You told a story and you got to my name and it made you flinch. I became your stutter, I became a knot, I became a glitch. Yeah, I guess that's like a double. Tie the knot could be him hanging himself, but also tie the knot could be him getting married because he starts the next bar with walk down the aisle. Walk around with nuts on my neck. Jeez, mix-up. Cold ever since the sun died, because the sun provides warmth, but also it's cold in the room ever since the son died, because he was his mother's son. Crazy. He definitely hanged himself. There's so many references to ropes, knots, and strings in this song. It's insane. It's insane. Ready? Just a couple in this last verse. Pulling strings till they intersect. Fasten up my belt. Cut cords. Tightrope. Something's kind of rubbing off. Take it up another notch. Isn't a notch also another word for like one of the knots on the on the belt? A notch in your belt, exactly. He said, "Fasten up my belt, take it up another notch." Let's see, puppeteered and strung along, another reference to strings. Let's see, another dotted line. Maybe not a reference to a string, but it's it's a line, I guess. Knots in my chest, no matter how hard my lungs try, he can't breathe. The knot's the strongest yet, don't think it's coming untied. Shoelaced evil, you brought a rope into a gunfight. Yeah, this is just too many references. He tripped on a knot and died. Ever thought about that? Atheists. Knots like a fisherman hooked me in with one bite. So think about the imagery of a fish hanging on a hook. Yeah, he hanged himself. The lyricism on this one is crazy. Very well written. another reference to a sort of rope. Knots like a businessman. I tied the tie a touch tight. So he's talking about a businessman and his tie, but he tied it too tight. So he's choking himself with a kind of cord or rope or fabric. So definitely hanged himself. Insane. Insane. He's also a lunatic because why would you hang yourself and then get upset that you're in the afterlife and your mom isn't, so you try to kill her as well? You know what I mean? Just, hey, you shouldn't have killed yourself. Crazy. Fantasy world.
Cry to sleep, wait a week again. Oh, amen. Counting sheep, crossing streets, everyone's dead ends. Oh, amen. And oh, boy, I could be so much more.
Man, Mixo is just effortlessly hilarious today.
I need to go. I heard there's a place for me, one that nobody knows.
He's mad no one stopped him.
One that goes away with me. So I drove mountains away to a place that ain't real.
I see, Tagu. That makes sense.
To a place that ain't real. And I drove mountains away to a place that ain't real. That's where I wanna stay. That place over the hill where you dream about crossing. It's not a cry for help to rethink your options. It's your mom's bakery in Maine.
He's really leaving no doubt in anybody's mind that this was obviously a suicide. There is no doubt in anybody's mind. He can't really be clearer than this, you know? I could be so much more than I am. I need to go. I heard there's a place for me, one that nobody knows, one that goes away with me. So I drove mountains away to a place that isn't real. The place over the hill where you dream about crossing. It's not a cry for help to rethink your options. Sheesh, dude. Take it easy, you know? Crazy. I didn't sign up to feel like this.
It's the going offline. Next year I'll go vegan. It's not a woe, it's me. It's a hold the door open.
It's like he killed himself in the hopes that this land beyond the hill that he's going to on the other side is going to finally be the place for him where he feels welcome and accepted, but it's a fantasy land, you know? It's a fantasy land. It's not real. He said it a couple times. It's a fantasy world. Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
one that I've chosen.
Bro might be better than Mozart. What's crazy is that he says, that's a fantasy world, that's the one that I've chosen. So this is before he kills himself, knowing that this idea that, oh, you know, this is the answer and I'm going to go somewhere better. He knows before he kills himself that that's a fantasy, that it's not real. And he chose it anyways. That's how messed up he was. That's how sad he was while he was around, which is insane. Imagine the despair that it takes to get to that point. I've heard that they feel relief when they finally make the decision. When they decide, oh, this is what I'm going to do, they get relief. But then as soon as they take that step off of the building, or they step off of the chair or whatever to hang themselves, they feel regret instantly, which is sometimes that happens. Yeah, this song is heartbreaking. I feel like every song has been really well written so far, but with Knots and Fantasy World, he's just been a step above the rest of the project in terms of his lyrics. Yeah, Mixo, he does that really well. He executes on his concept extraordinarily well. He killed it. He killed it. He killed the production, he killed his performance, he killed the lyricism, he killed the mood, and he killed himself. So, you know, he ran the full, he ran the gauntlet there. He did everything. Last one is out of pocket. My reactions are all uncut now, so that's staying in. What's up, Nico? Fantasy World is also a perfect song, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. Fractions of Infinity. Hey, Danny.
When's the last time you let yourself think? I might be gone in time, I'll let myself blink. I wouldn't say I was surprised on the 82nd time. When's the last time your love was unrequited? I know I showed up to the party uninvited. It's getting hard for me to
What's up, Dixie?
Hands wave me out of place. Those words don't do you justice. Those words don't do you justice. I see my life inside your hands. Once cave in, we start to play. See all I ever understand. Won't make sense in another way. I think I hit my target weight. Got exercise while I stood in place. Got every time that I couldn't trace. Got restless eyes and I look away. Emphasize I shouldn't stay. Okay, okay. Based on what? And then I project the screens that are the screaming cut. Based on what? Take 23, let's get the scene and it'll be enough.
This is awesome.
Throw some grain on if you can, and that is that. I'm in that space between your hands about to clap. Those walls are caving in and they say congratulations, that's a wrap.
Don't do you justice. Those words don't do you justice. Those words don't do you justice.
The keys.
Those words don't do you justice. 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 Those words don't do you justice.
This is why people were commenting this to Quadeca when he mentioned what world do we live in when people are mad about Fantano giving a Quadeca album a strong 7 or something like that. And people were just replying, those words don't do you justice, talking about Fantano's review of his album. That's why they were doing that. Okay, I get it now. The choir outro was the cherry on top. This song gives you a feeling of like intense euphoria and also clarity. Like you're being lifted, he's starting to close out the album and lift us back out of that really sad, depressing, heavy atmosphere that he created with this project and the subject matter. And so this is almost like we're finally coming out of it. So it gives us this euphoric sort of transcendental, moment of clarity at the end of the song, especially with that Sunday service choir outro. Very, very cool. That's a brilliant song. Dustin doesn't know what words to describe this because whatever word he thinks of don't do the song justice. That's a good way to put it. I need some water, hold on. That's a good way to put it. I'm pushing it a little bit I'm pushing my voice a little bit with this reaction. I might not be able to stay for too long after the video is over. I kind of feel my voice giving out. Luckily, we're on the last song, Cassini's Division, featuring Thor Harris. It's not Sprite, it's water.
341.
Recycle your bottles,
Came
everybody.
out of the room and they were crying in a way that nobody could hear. I stopped kicking and screaming when you turned the lights on. You woke me up. I felt naked, I felt exposed, I felt like for the first time I was intruding on something.
The Avengers is crazy. This is Sprite.
You woke me up.
He's fat now, but he's still a cool guy. I don't know why getting fat would make someone less cool. I have 5 bottles next to me actually. One is water, one is Sprite, 3 are cherry Coke.
And I've tried so hard to make it over.
For when I'm on my Lana Del Rey vibes. This definitely feels very haunting, ethereal, and spacey.
I wasn't blind without the light, without everything else. So, let me go. Let me go and don't let go of me. Let me go and don't let go.
Pretty sure this piano melody is just the Stranger Things theme slowed down.
And on to the city.
Doug uses piss bottles confirmed.
I've been trying to move past the crackles and dust scratches, but that's what I am, you know? An accidental side effect of metal blank canvas. Think about that glowing dust that destroys the night sky's dream of just being nothing. Beautiful but born to be in the way. That's why what we want is peace. What we want is to stop thinking. What we want is just a life in silence. It's in our code. That's why it's also ironic. Maybe that's the punchline. The void weighs on me. Only because I push away from it. It waves with the light that follows me like a curious moon. The static that floods every room. stacks on top of itself until it blocks out the picture. Maybe that's the perfect void that's begging me to join it, begging me to let you go without letting go of you. So I can make that void just a little bit brighter when you see it. Until next time.
This just feels like atmosphere to close the album out. But I do love this album. It's very well done. I mean, did this song need to be 8 minutes long though? You know? We still have 3 minutes left. What is this? Is it really just static for 3 minutes? Cool. Concept of the afterlife is just turning into static. Could have done that in 30 seconds. You didn't need to do that for 3 minutes at the end of the album. But I guess, you know, if it's just artistic and you're going for the super slow fade into the afterlife, I get why you did that way. But yeah, at least it wasn't a piano burning for 18 minutes. That's true. It's a gorgeous final track. You know, just really atmospheric and ambient, sort of close out the project. It's a brilliant album. It's a brilliant album. He really executed on his concept flawlessly, lyrically, in terms of the production, the processing, the mix. This is honestly, in terms of like him getting his message and his vision across, he did it perfectly. I don't think I would have changed anything about it. I don't think I would have made the album art different. I don't think I would have changed the title. I don't think I would have changed a single thing about this. I wouldn't skip any of these songs. Skip the static at the end of Cassini's Division, but I mean, fuck it, you know? This is up there for album of the year, I think. Whenever I do my end of the year list, it'll be a tier. It'll be a tier list with, I'm going to go through my channel and pick out all of the albums that I heard this year, and we'll do a tier list. I will do a tier list. You can be here along for the ride in the streams. And I'll put, you know, I'm sure this will end up in one of the top 2 tiers. It's absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I might be putting this in the 10 tier. It is absolutely insane. It's just, really, I'm kind of speechless because I wasn't expecting, I found out about the concept of him being dead like halfway through the first track, so I didn't know that going into it. And so the finding out the concept was a little jarring, and I thought it was bold, especially. I don't know that this is his first album, is it? But it's really bold to do this so young, so early in your career. And to execute on it so well is just incredibly impressive. So I'm gonna let him and his music and his insane amount of work that he put into this album speak for itself. I don't really think that anything I say does it justice. It really is just incredibly impressive. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I'm glad that I risked losing my voice again to listen to it and comment on it, because I really did not want to wait any longer, so I don't regret a single thing. Everybody should listen to this. Check this out. Absolutely. Quadeca, props to you, man. I'm going to be following, the rest of your musical career very, very closely. Can't wait to hear what you put out next. And I'll see everybody later. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Everyone stay safe, as always. Peace out.